"I'm giving the country house to my sister's family," she said, like she was handing off an old scarf. I stared at her, holding my coffee. Steam rose. Her voice was flat, practiced, detached. "It's theirs now. You have no right to go there." She didn't meet my eyes, just the ticking of the wall clock behind her. A breeze outside brushed dead leaves against the window. I sipped my coffee, swallowed slowly, nodded, smiled. Her shoulders dropped. She mistook it for surrender. She turned away, relieved. She had no idea that I'd stopped feeling anything for her the moment she called it her decision. The country house was the one place that ever felt like mine. I built it before her, painted the shutters by hand, replaced the roof tile by tile one summer when the heat nearly killed me. But now it was theirs, so she thought. She didn't just give them a house, she erased me. Over the next few days, she paraded through the city, laughing with her sister at brunch. Their husbands talked cars, promotions. They wore their betrayal like perfume, loud, expensive, artificial. I was an afterthought. "I mean, you barely went there anymore," she told me one night. Her tone dipped in fake concern. "It's not like it mattered." I nodded again. I'd become good at that. But I remembered the last time I was there, alone, peaceful, the wood crackling in the hearth, the sound of distant owls, a place untouched by her criticism, her constant measuring of my worth against her father, her boss, her sister's husband. She gave it away not out of kindness, but to prove power, control, dominance. That's what she thought this was. I began making lists in my head, not out of revenge, out of preservation. I visited the country house quietly, 2 days before they were supposed to move in, parked off the road, walked the gravel path. My boots remembered the steps, even if my body no longer belonged. Everything was intact. I had 3 hours and a plan. No fire, no destruction. That's for children. Instead, I rewired the security system, changed the smart locks, modified the Wi-Fi name to My House Still. I left small signs, imperceptible to most. Only someone living there would notice. The faint smell of bleach in the walls, a camera behind the mirror, a crawl space filled with old photos of us, me smiling, her looking away. The bedroom closet locked tight. Inside, nothing but a chair, a single bulb overhead, and on the wall, scratched in faint strokes with a nail I embedded into the plaster, "You don't bury the builder." I left the key hidden in a place only I knew, and I left. They arrived the next day. Her sister, her smug husband, the children. I watched from a hill. The car pulled in. Laughter, boxes, smiles. Then, confusion. They tried the locks. Again. No access. They opened the garage. A burst of motion sensors triggered a siren. I watched her sister scream. The husband stormed around, shouting into his phone. My wife showed up soon after. I could tell by the way she marched, the way she clutched her handbag like a sword. She tried her code. Nothing. She called me. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail that started calm, then spiraled. "What did you do?" I played the message on loop. The next day, I sent her a package. No note, just the house deed. The original one, signed by me, stamped, sealed, dated, from 10 years before we married. She had never read the fine print. The house was mine, always had been. She thought marriage gave her leverage, power. But power is knowing what you own, even when others pretend you don't. Her sister's family never came back. Her husband? Silent ever since. And her? She tried to come by once. I watched from the window as she stood outside the locked gate, looking in. Her makeup cracked in the sun. She didn't knock. She just stood there, staring. And I just smiled. The house is quiet now. Colder than I remember. but cleaner. I lit the fireplace last night for the first time in months. The flames didn't warm me. They just flickered, like memories do, when they've served their purpose. She took everything she thought had meaning, but she never understood the value of silence, of solitude. She weaponized my love, so I buried it, and left her with the echo of what she couldn't control. Some things don't need revenge. They just need to be remembered, in the dark, where the truth doesn't hide. It waits and watches, like I did.